testing my broadcast. This thing hasn't tested my broadcast since I've gotten this new computer. Waiting for broadcast to be published. Maybe YouTube's real busy tonight. You're live, it says. Yeah, that's weird. That's different. That was different. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check. Mic check, mic check. The good old days. The good old days. Video capture device. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Mike Green, loud and clear. Check, check. Yeah, I was just bringing back the old days when I used to work, when I used to roadie in bands and stuff. Back when Seduce and Halloween and all that stuff was really big. I used to work for the bands back then. It was kind of cool. You hear all that stuff. So how's everybody doing today in the D? And if you're not the D, you wish you were. I'm glad to be past Monday, and now it's beautiful Tuesday. It's Tequila Tuesday. That's about the only way to make a Tuesday sound good is if you drink, have some tequila. But it's a good day. It's not a bad day. The weather wasn't horrible. I did kind of put a lot of the shrimp stuff on the back burner for the day and did my duties as a homeowner, taught my son a little bit about doing chores and, making money. And so he was picking up trash outside that blows along the road, comes over by our property, and he gets, he earns his allowance that way. So, Mike Green, welcome to the stream. Streetwise, welcome. Face Fun 57, welcome to the stream. And Monica Lynn, welcome to the stream. How are you all? I actually cleaned the front glass of the Black King Kong tank. I figured why not? It's been about 2 weeks now since it's been horrible to look through, but incredibly great algae on it, and it actually cleaned off very simple, and it balled up, and it turned to really nice algae. So hopefully they stay on this yummy gum. This is Dennerley Yummy Gum. Hopefully they stay on this for quite a while we stream, and you guys get to see the super pretty color of the Black King Kong that come from, if you notice, see that white one right there? If you notice, he's probably the only white one in there because I sent Priscilla the other white one, but all of them are solid. Their bodies are almost all black because they come from my all black extreme King Kongs. So they're all black with the white stripes. They're not white with black stripes. So now that one there, he's predominantly white with the small black stripes. And then also that blue one, that all blue bodied ones in there too. So what's everybody doing? Well, of course you're watching my channel. But did anybody do anything today that was worth talking about? I have Uh, so tomorrow will be sent out. They won't be coming tomorrow, but they will be sent out tomorrow. I'm getting Silawesi shrimps. Uh, hopefully there's a lot of them, but yeah, I'm getting Silawesi shrimps. I am oh, Monica is part of the team and the fam. She carries the blue wrench. Um, I will have the red Calcios. I will have the red spotted with the white socked Silawesi's. I'm getting buttloads of Amanos. I got a whole bunch of goodies coming in day after tomorrow. So Wednesday they'll be here. Thursday I'm gonna overnight them because some of the shrimps are sensitive, like the Silawesi's. They have to stay hot, warm. So actually I'm gonna 86 my cherry tank because I really, like I said, I made my cherries, so I'm not getting rid of them, but I'm just emptying the tank and I'm gonna turn it into a Silawesi tank. Um, so tomorrow I'm gonna get some sand and some crushed curl, and I have tons of rocks that are covered with algae, dragonstone and such, and I have tons of wood covering algae, and these are Taiwan. Um, these are Taiwan Silawesi homebred. So they're Taiwanese homebred Silawesi. So they've been bred. So they're real strong. So I've stayed away from Silawesi because I always knew that they're kind of tough. The only thing I was told is, just watch that my water stays hard. So what I want to do is, of course, what we do here is get our shrimp and we breed them. So like the red calcios will come in, and we're gonna put them over in the yeah, they're moving. Dan Slee, welcome, welcome. Yeah, they're moving in there. It's how you can always tell a healthy tank. They move. They they swim around. They're all over the glass. They're eating. They're just it's real healthy tank. It's how I tell. If they're not doing this stuff all the time, then there's usually time for water change. Check your parameters. Something could be keeping them a little down. Look at that one hit the ball, yummy gummy, had to come back down. He said, "Whoa, wait a minute, that tastes pretty good." Um, so yeah, we're gonna have the red Calcio tomorrow, or not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I have orders going out tomorrow, so Dan Slee's order will go out tomorrow, which will empty the tank where the red Calcio are going to go. Dan helped me out. And then I'm going to turn the cherry tank into the Silawesi tank, and the cherries are going to go in my 5-gallon. I have a lot of cherries. I just have nowhere to put them. So, like I said, I'm not really a big cherry seller. I sell them, but it's just not my biggest thing. So I was gonna finish getting rid of the snowballs, but the snowballs are on the bottom, and I don't want to put the Silawesi's on the bottom. I'd rather have them up higher because they need a heater. And who knows, later down the road, I might move them to this wall here so it's away from the window, come close to wintertime or what have you. But That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get all the cherries out of that tank and put them in the 5-gallon. Calls, none of them are calls, but I got shrimp I could sell you streetwise. To order shrimp streetwise, this is a busy traffic densely. Mike Green, yep. Yeah, so yeah, we're bringing some new stuff into the fam here. Like I said, getting the Amanos in here. Because look, you guys know I even have problem with algae, so I'm gonna sick them on some tanks. Snowballs are so underrated, sadly. I know. Like I take them to the pet store, and like I said, that ignorant fool that works up there at my buddy's place, he always says, "Oh, them things are stupid. If somebody gave me $100 to take a tank of them, I wouldn't take." That's just how ignorant the guy is. But I think they're great. To me, cherries, they're okay, but I'd rather have fire reds or Bloody Marys. So cherries are really cool, but I mean, they're always good to have for someone who, wants to start off and is worried that they'll kill them or what have you. But the thing is, you know, I I don't really sell them much. I don't really push cherries. It's not like my main thing to push a cherry shrimp. I'd rather push fire reds um uh and Bloody Marys because they're higher quality, not because price wise any different or anything like that. It's just they're better quality. They look better. My cherries are incredible. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna put them in a 5-gallon where my Severum babies are at. And then when the Severum babies are a little bigger, I'm gonna put them. Uh, I don't know. I was gonna put them in the Pleco tank, the Grow tank, but I just stuck another over 100 Plecos in there today. I didn't even know there's another whole thing full. So now there's at least 400 Plecos in there. So I guess I'm gonna have to buy another tank. But for now, I could put all the cherries in that 5-gallon, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get them all in there. I don't know how many's in that tank, but there's a lot of pregnant ones. I'll tell you that much. But yeah. Hey, Fish Tropic, thanks for stopping by there, buddy. And pretty much are the truest breeding Neo. The only thing that I ever see a snowball throw is red ones. Once in a blue moon, they throw a red. But other than that, I think they're the best looking shrimp when they're buried up. Because when they're saddled up, I mean, yeah, saddled or buried. Those the berries, they look like they're nuclear. They're so white, they're so bright white, like they have little light bulbs in them. They're really pretty shrimp. But so yeah, that's why I chose to move to cherries, because cherries are I don't know. They're I guess they're easily obtained. It's not, like I said, I'm not getting rid of them. I'm just moving them. But I want the Silhouette tank up there. I want it to be up high where I can see it at all times and where I could view it, for the videos. So I'm gonna go get stuff tomorrow. I have so much stuff that's covered in algae. So they're all homebred Silhouette. So yeah, I'll get them Thursday. Hopefully, if they all live, if they make the trip. But yeah, so red calcio, Silhouette, Amanos, some odds and ends, some other mosses, all that. Yeah, if you got PFR, no need to keep cherry. Right. Eventually, just the low grades of same line. Right, correct. It's but see, here's the thing. My cherries aren't really, well, they're cherries, but my cherries look a little different. And the reason I say that is they came from orange shrimp. I don't know how long time ago, about 2 years ago, a guy I met sold shrimp. Well, he said, "Hey, you want to buy some orange shrimp?" I said, "Yeah, I'd like to get some, to breed them and sell them." He said, "Okay." Well, I bought these orange shrimp off of him, and a lot of their culls, they were like orange, like a dark fiery red orange. I'm like, wait, something's wrong. Are these red or what? So I put them in a little cup, put a light to them, and holy hell, they're red, but they have an orange to them, just an incredible orange to them. So that's why I told my wife, I said, you know what? I'm gonna pull all these out. Every single one that they throw, I'm gonna pull them out, and I think I'm gonna start a colony with them. So that's what I did. All the shrimp are gone. They were sold, I don't know, over a year ago, but I have all these shrimp that have an orange. They're like a fiery orange, but they're red. Like I said, it's not a cherry shrimp, but I call them my cherry shrimp, because just what they are. But I mean, they're incredible. The colors are nice and everything, but it was just intriguing when I started to cull them because of the colors that they had. So uh, that's why I don't ever want to really get rid of them. Plus I have so many berry feet. They just had babies. I don't know how long ago. They're swimming around. You can, they're just these little red things. And that's how I know they're better quality too. Is the babies aren't clear. So I'm gonna have to take my time tomorrow and so they must have had two batches because there's a batch now. It's about 3/8 of an inch long, 1/4 inch to 3/8 head to tail, and then I seen some smaller ones. So they probably had two batches. Cherry bombs, yes sir. Detroit orange, yeah. Mike Green, what do these King Kongs throw? Pandas, etc. Yeah, these King Kongs came from my extreme black King Kong. So pandas and King Kongs, they're almost all the same. It's just the stripe. If the stripe goes all the way around, it's a panda. If it goes halfway around, it's a King Kong. And then, ooh, there's one right there. Look at that, all black. It's just got white tips on the tail and a little white spot on the head. Ooh, if that's a really good one there. If it didn't have that white spot on the head, it'd be over in my extreme tank. I never seen that one when I scooped it out. That one's real nice. Just got that little white head on it. Probably got a few of them in there like that. Them are nice. Yeah, don't get rid of them and start calling them something related, but not just cherry shrimp. Those are special. Yeah, I'll even put the camera on it here in a little bit once we check these out for a while. But yeah, they came out. It was really cool because they came out uh so dark, and I was like, oh my gosh, are those red? And then when I put them in a catch cup and put a flashlight to them, even in the tank, they turn like the orange on a flame. Like the orange and red mixed. I was like, ooh wee, I don't wanna get rid of these because I was gonna, you know, I don't know. I probably put 6 or 7 in my coal tank that I was selling to the store a long time ago, for $1 a piece. Well, then I was like, wait a minute. If these things are gonna grow up and be really dark, why don't I just sell them as cherry shrimp and you know people will be happier because they're not really clear. So I sold some off. Cooper Cichlids bought some, and I think Cooper Cichlids. Grant Brodan, I think is that. A bunch of people bought them, and I mean, they keep coming, sending their friends for them and stuff. So Hey, we hear you got cherries. Hey, we hear you got cherries. Well, yeah, because they're not see-through, but they're really nice. But yeah, I'm gonna keep some, Dan. I mean, like I said, I have berry mamas in there. Even if I got rid of every single shrimp in there, but 3 berry mamas, I got, a whole nother colony right then and there. But oh my god. Why you knew you was gonna do it. You knew it. I thought you heard me. You knew it. You knew it. Yeah, give him here. You knew it. See how she does that? It scares the dog shit out of me. Here, hon, take these back. There's another one upstairs. All right. I thought you heard me. Whatever. You didn't think nothing. Yeah. Brian, your display tanks should be call tanks. My display tanks should be call tanks? Why do you say that? I'm not. Call tanks should be display tanks? Well, either way you say it, that's what he said. And that's what I don't understand. Well, I think maybe it means like your call tanks are the ones that you're kind of like, Are really nice. Are really nice. Right. Okay. We need to buy you another camera. Is it that bad? I have towels hanging up. It's my phone. Let me see if I can make it look any better. So you don't have to catch anything. What size tank are the Sulawesi going into? A 10. I was thinking about a 5, but I told them I'd like 50 of them. And, I was always told that 5-gallon tanks are really good, but, I thought putting them in a 10 would be nice. Because then I don't have to worry about the swings, the water swings so much, It'd be a little more stable. It's not bad, good for a stream. Yeah, I want it to be, as good as I can. The camera comment was because of the sneak attack. Oh yeah. Yeah. Here laughing. Yeah. Not video quality, he says. So you don't have to catch anything. Yeah. I just need to put a security system down here at the bottom of the stairs. Ding ding. Yeah. Whenever you break the barrier. Yep, little ding dong, little laser beam. Yeah. Don Cervantes just needs some better lights. Yeah. I need to be able to turn them down without them flickering. Because if I turn these down, they'll flicker. If you want some Tylos to put with them, let me know. Some what? I have a few left from my colonies. I had what? Some what? What are Tylos? That's a little weird looking, huh? Oh, Tylomelania rabbit snails, Sulawesi snails. I have a few left. I used to have a whole bunch of them. I was breeding them and stuff, and I sold them off, and I think I got, I don't know, 3 or 4 now, 3 or something. I put them in my 120 because I keep that tank really warm. I keep it like 78, right? 78 to 82, right where those Sulawesi like to be. So what I'll do is when they come in, I'll put those over in the Sulawesi tank. Back to normal, yep. The shrimp do better if you have some in the tank with them. Yeah, I have about 3 or 4. Yeah, thanks. What colors do you have? Unless you have a color I don't have, I'll buy them off you. I like rabbit snails. Actually, the guy at the pet store just called me the other day when I was taking the order up there. He called me before I left. He's like, "Hey, got any rabbit snails? There's a customer there looking for some." Anthony's fishy friends, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think I like uh, the black-bodied King Kong with the white stripe better than the white-bodied King Kong with the black stripe. I don't know. They just look super duper cool. I mean, only because if you go, white with the black stripe, you kind of have a PBL or a crystal black. But this way, it gives you that whole other lifestyle of the black shrimp with, like that one in the middle with just the hat, the white hat on. That looks really cool. And then this other one over here, he had just one stripe. If it was just a little thinner, it'd be perfect. Nice. And yeah, there is thoughts they have a mutual beneficial bacteria relationship between the snail slime and the shrimp. I have both types, orange and yellow spotted. Yeah, my favorite are the orange bodied snails. I have I think one orange one left. It's a baby. One, yeah, and like one or two yellow ones. But I really want to do it up because I'd like to start breeding them. Uh, but like he said, they travel kind of crappy, so that's why we're overnighting the package because I have a monos coming, and then I have those. I probably have 400 shrimp coming, so um, just different stuff to put, into the store. So we more breeding projects and stuff, because I just don't ever want to get stale. I don't want what I have in stock to become stale. I always want more stuff in my arsenal of things. Because I'm getting ready to do this wall right here, so I'm gonna need stuff to put in this wall. So I just set tanks up behind me, get them going, and then I just shuffle all those tanks over here, put them on the stand. I'm all done. Harley D's rides. Damn, those are cool. Well, thank you and welcome to the stream and the D. What do we got? Anthony's fishy friends. Hello and welcome. Nice to see you here. Yellow spotted are more like oranges. Yeah, I like the oranges a lot. All three are XL ones, but don't need a lot of biofilm. They do fine on veggies and algae tabs. Yeah, are they females? Because that's what I want. I want females to, because my adults, I had them for a long time. When I bought them, they were adults, so I don't know how old they were. And the one that produced the orange-bodied ones, it passed away. So it died, and I had sold all the babies but one. So like I said, I think I have 2 yellow-bodied snails and 1 orange-bodied snail. Really? Clint, like my brother Clint? Cichlids 23, what's going on? Shrimping around. Thanks for showing up to the stream. Yeah, I'm really excited because they're the real dark ones with the spots on them. The dark, like burgundy with the spots. Can't really sex them unless you see them give birth. Think I have 3 to 4 adult oranges left and then few babies. All right. Hey, Harley D's Rides is a pink circle and it's Clint. I thought it was a girl. Yeah, it's my brother. Yeah. Kathy says, hi, brother. Black tie, white tie party. Black tie, white tie party. Yes. They're called I Gots to Have 'em. Yes, everyone in the chat. Harley D's Rides is my brother. He lives in Florida. His name is Clint. He's one of the guys that lives his life like we all wanted to live our lives. But he got lucky and he's actually a real gigolo. If he didn't say it already, these are Taiwan Bees Black King Kongs. I am very sorry. Yes, they are Black King Kongs. Taiwan Bees. They came from my Extreme Black King Kongs. I have not had a solid Extreme Black King Kong come from them yet. They produce only these so far. And there's a whole nother batch in there, maybe 2. And they're, well, all I see are these, but it doesn't mean that I don't have a couple extremes in there also. I believe you would have to go in there, Clint, and go under photos, personal info, and then add a photo. And then when you click that, it'll take you into your personal photos, and then you just upload one. It's kind of just like Facebook, but on YouTube. Cichlids 23 says they're called I Gots to Have them at Monica Lynn. Amazing. What do you like Black King Kongs there, Cichlid 23? Do you have any high quality red King Kong females, Brian? Are you talking single stripe, double stripe? What are you looking for? 1 to 2 bars max. Oh, like these ones? I don't know. I'd have to look. But if I do, they can be coming your way. Have a good night, bro. Love you. Love you too. Hey, stop back by anytime. Good seeing you. Stay safe. I don't have enough tanks, but I like the dark blue edge. If you could make Extreme Red, if so, you could make Extreme Red King Kong pretty quick. Well, that's right up my alley. What would I have to do that? Because that's like one of my favorite shrimp. Might be interested at some point, but was saying mainly as an easy way to make your own Extreme Red King Kong colony. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Monica changed over to Aqua Designs. Uh-oh. Easy to go from black to red versus the other way around. Thank you, Dan Slee. Yes, these are badass at Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. Vance Lee introduced me to shrimp. Soon my African cichlids will be out the door and I'll have a few shrimp tanks. That's sad to see them go. Uh, but it's like, I don't know. You know, I used to have a lot more um, cichlids, fish tanks, and then it came down to no matter how much I liked the fish, it the upkeep started to become a hindrance because uh the amount of like water, fish need medicine, you know but mainly most of the time they need medicine if you're not taking care of them properly. So I mean, I'd have to say that probably some of the issue was mine at times. But uh, excuse me, it I may have lost sight of it, due to the fact of, oh man, I gotta go do water changes. I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that, and it wasn't, it wasn't so interesting anymore. And then when I saw these, it like, just I knew that what I was looking for, I found. You know, looking for something that no matter what created, it sparked an interest in me that uh, didn't get bored. It didn't fizzle out. Because every day, holy crap, coming down here and looking for babies, and they see babies, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then they look super cool and they have great color, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really really neat. So I like it a lot, and that's why I switched all my fish tanks and switched over to shrimp except one tank. So I think choosing creative limits let you be more creative and less limited. Yes, yes. Cross Extreme Black King Kong and Red King Kong one stripe, then cross the F1s together, or back to Red King Kong. So you're saying take one male Extreme Black King Kong with a female 1 bar, 2 bar at the most, and then cross the babies, or just put those babies with a Red King Kong. Well, it'd probably be best just to cross the babies, right? And Streetwise, yeah, I really agree with that. Well, that's what it is. It's it literally opened up doors in my creativity thought process than I ever knew was there. I was just like, it was like I thought, it was like I saw Jesus, you know, in real life or something. I was just like, whoa, And the thing was, is I had seen shrimp before, but it didn't strike me because I was deep into fish. So I was like, oh yeah, those are neat. And I really didn't stare at them, and I didn't give them a second thought. And then when I was at that point, and I was just at a point of just um my guy I know just out of the blue asked me, hey, do you keep shrimp? And I said, no, I only sell fish. And he's like, you want some shrimp? And that's where it all started. He gave me my first 10 shrimp and they died. Cherries. I don't know what I did to them. I don't know if there's something in my tank. I don't know. They gave me 10 more. After that, it's been on and popping after that. I've been running away with it. My problem is my super hard water, so guppies, Africans, etc. do great. Everything else is throw wood in there and add catappa leaves with no crushed coral, substrate, etc. to try and lower pH. Just an RO system, real cheap, $100. I mean, let me rephrase that. It's affordable because $100 is not cheap or something to laugh at. It is affordable. Um, all I paid was $100 for mine, but I bought the pump so I can make more RO than your normal average bear without having to pay for the expensive um, RO units. So I get 5 gallons an hour. I don't know if that's real good, but I know people that, because if I don't have my pump, it just pees out, it trickles out. But with the pump on there, it it evens it out between my RO and the wastewater. It used to be more wastewater than RO. It was like 3-to-1 or something. 2-to-1 RO over wastewater. I mean wastewater over RO. Well, then when I put the pump on there, it made it 50-50. So they fill up damn near even as they're filling up. And like I said, I get 5 gallons an hour, so that's not too bad. At least, you know, in my opinion, I can fill up my 7 buckets, you know, in, you know, less than 8 hours, so it doesn't take all day. So, sorry, Dan. Yep, extreme Black King Kong male plus Red King Kong one straight female. Best you have to create the F1s. Then your next step or next 2 steps would be crossing male F1 back to Red King Kong one stripe mama. Ooh. Now what if male F1 and mama don't like pair up and crossing F1 together? All right. And crossing. Oh, and or is that or crossing F1 together? Because that's what I'm saying. If I put a male F1 and Red King Kong mama together, what if she don't want nothing to do with that one? Back to Red King Kong mama, you will get 50% reds in the F2 generation, and all non-reds will 100% carry the gene. Crossing 2 F1s together will yield 25% reds, and non-reds will have chance not to carry red. Oh, so yeah, you don't. So okay, let me ask you this then. Easy, you just leave Mama in with her shrimplets, and once the male's mature, she'll bury up. Ah, yeah. Okay, now let me ask you this: what do you sell the F1s as? Because if the F1s are more or less, I mean, what will they come out as? Will they still come out as King Kongs? She'll bury up before her daughters will. Yeah, so will the F1s come out as King Kongs? What do they come out as? Black King Kong high grades that carry recessive red. Nice. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I like that idea a lot. Same as people that keep red and black King Kongs together, just a high grade. Oh, I didn't know people kept red and black King Kongs together. What happens if you keep red and black King Kongs together? Probably almost all 1 to 2 stripes and extremes and F1 black King Kongs. Wow. I have to admit, I am an apartment renter, so these fish rooms are aspirational. Mainly hobbyists, not breeders, mix their Taiwan bees. It doesn't hurt your reds so much, it hurts your blacks. Breeders want to buy black King Kongs that don't throw reds. No. Correct. Yeah, I don't want to. Keepers don't care. That's why the magazine's called Breeders and Keepers, right? That is a magazine I wish I had. I got to get some real cool. I need posters and stuff, but the bad thing is the people I'm asking, they're not answering me. You know, it's like, how hard is it for you to sign a poster and charge me for it and send it to me? I don't know. But keepers don't care. Yeah. So, and sorry for the spam. Spam? You sent me spam? At Dan Sleed, do you have to run soft water for those? Oh yeah, you got to run RO water for all these, for all the bees. But like the Silawacea I'm getting, you have to have hard water. Oh, the type one, dude. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, no, I don't know if it's the shine of the light. Oh, yeah. Here, let me shut that off. What time is it? Is it? Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Hold on. Hold on. We don't know what time it is. All right, we'll try that. We'll try that. All right. Now, here. Oh, there we go. All right. Now, that's the thing. All the blue lights are shut off. There's no blue lights on, but some of those shrimp have a blue hue to them. That's cool looking. See, a lot of stuff you don't see up close, but with a camera, see, because all those other ones are black, inky black, but some of their shells got that little blue hue to them. I'll take all 17 hard water species, thanks. 17? I still wish someone who knew for sure would spill the beans on how the Taiwan bees came about. Yeah, right. That's, from what they say, they just grow like this in the stream. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Man, that sucks. One of my shrimp molted, and the front of the molt, it was holding on to the glass, and the algae, and it popped out of it and it left the front of the molt there. It looks super cool. I wish I would have saw that. Man, I always miss all the cool stuff. Yes, the Black King Kong have cool blues and greens in them. Yeah, I know that's super cool. I like that a lot. A lot of Black King Kong babies look blue, pretty cool. See, and that's what I'm saying, Dan. I had shrimp born in here. I found two Neocaridina in here because he used to be a Neo tank, but the babies grew up and they were blue with like black spots on them. And so I just agreed that they're Neocaridina, and I put them in regular water and tap water. They did great, but I'm sure they were near. Yeah, you could see through them. So, well, not like super easy, but some were getting really black, but they were blue, with black spots on them, kind of like a diamond. I didn't know where they came from, so I sold them off. But I wonder. Nah, I'm sure that they were. Who knows? Maybe they were, but they didn't. They didn't turn black. And when they were born, they were blue. And then they ended up getting black on them. Streetwise, will this flicker filter a flicker photo? How much would it cost to ship me 17 buried neo females in one bag? I don't ship to Canada. You know that, silly rabbit. And you don't want to know how much I charge for buried females. But if you really want to know, if somebody wants a buried female, it's usually like 3 times the amount of the shrimp itself. Because a buried female will give you, 30 plus shrimp. So, no, but if you did, yeah, it would be, what are you, 21, $51 for 17 shrimp. For 17 buried females, it'd be, or wait, no, it'd be 15 times 17, 35, 3, yeah, somewhere in there. Hold on. He said no, but if you did, $255. Streetwise, I don't understand it. Will this filter a Flickr photo? Chubbs Aquatics, what's going on, buddy? I sent you a message. Did you get it? Hopefully, I messaged the right person. No, but if you did, make a Skittles tank with 17 different shrimp. That'd be worth it. Yeah. Yeah, 17. Yeah, that'd be super cool. That'd be a Willy Wonka tank. Vermont is a former inland sea. We have ancient coral in my folks' backyard. Oh, wow. Yeah, I get into old corals, and I have a crystal down in that tank down there. It's I don't know where it came from. It's stone and crystal mix. I don't know, but when I was a kid, I'm good. I didn't check it. I'll check again. Yeah, last night I was looking, and then uh, it said your name on it. I just said, "Hey, this is Brian Detroit Shrimp. Brian Wonka Skittles tank, 17 females for $2.50." Yeah. Um, but when I was a kid, we used to have a neighbor 2 doors down from us that collected really rare crystals and stones and all this stuff. Well, he had a big rock garden in his backyard underneath a shrub, special shrub he had, but huge rock garden, all these crystals and all this stuff he collected. I don't know if he went places or bought them, but they had to move for some reason when I was little. And he even like put the sidewalk in and like pushed 50-cent silver pieces in there and stuff. And when he went to, oh, I got it. Okay, cool. Um, when he went to go move, he said he couldn't take the stones wherever there. He took like his favorite ones. And he probably left like 50, 60 stones, crystals back there. And I asked him if I could have them. He said, yeah. So I took a bunch, and to this day I have them. But that one over there in that tank, I've been putting in fish tanks since I was probably, I don't know, 12 years old. And it's traveled with me everywhere. So now it's in the tanks here. Uh, so yeah, my son, he kind of took. I have well, it's in pieces now, but they're still huge pieces. I have a petrified tree stump that's about, I don't know, 2 foot long, or two pieces of it. One's still round, and the other one's like this huge piece. It's like half or something. But yeah, it's like brown, light sandy brown, but the one is like full of crystals. And but now my son collects it all, and he's got like a rock garden in the back. But like I have big huge rocks, and then growing out of it are like purple, like amethyst crystals. I mean, it's, and of course I popped the silver 50-cent pieces, they're dollars, out of the guy's sidewalk. I mean, he moved, he didn't care, he's like, I don't care, the house is sold, take what you want. All right, I took what I wanted. Redfish, bluefish, what? Shaking bacon. Sent you some pictures. All right, cool. Thank you so much. I'll check them out in a little while. I was so excited last night, Chubbs. Big time. Yeah, I was spelling your name wrong. Your last name. I flip flopped it. So I was like, what? And then I couldn't find it. There was people close to you, but it was different names. So when I looked down, I said, oh, that's it. When I changed it, came right up, and then it even had your name in there, so I knew I had it right. Dan, if you notice that Fissidin in the back is that's not the piece I'm sending you, it's the one adjacent to it. But that's the same stuff you're getting that I'll be sending out to you mañana. I also sent you some pictures. Oh my god. Oh, Fish Tropic, you kill me. I sent pics to someone, then the police called. I want you to look at my shrimp hole. Oh my gosh. You might need to put a sponge in it, Fish Tropic. Put a sponge in that fish hole or that shrimp hole. Nice. And yeah, it took me about 20 minutes of staring at the screen watching the shrimp before I realized it. Yeah, I thought you would have got me right at the beginning. But the tips of them, if you can see, the tips of them are really starting to take off and kick out green. So whatever you do, I'm sure it'll be fine. But just when you put it in your tank, when you get it, put it in there and leave it. Because, I mean, it's really starting to get all of its new sprouts and everything now. It's really taken off, you know. So I'll be as gentle as I can with it. And I'll put it, when I put it in the bag, I'll kind of like, I don't know, I'm going to try to keep it in an area where like it doesn't get crushed, or, you know, I'll put it on top and maybe tape it, you know, so it just stays in one area. So I'd hate for it to get slammed around in the box, it gets crushed or something and break some of the arms on there. So I'll try to do something cool to it so it don't move, even if I gotta build like a little container, little cardboard box for it or something. I don't know, Fish Tropic. I have no clue. Um, I don't know. I know your stamps are real expensive though. If I want to send you a letter, I have to, the stamp is $1 something. When I was at the post office the other day, uh, I thought I actually had to mail something to Canada. Who knew? But it ended up not being Canada. So it ended up being Washington. So I actually got lucky, but the stamp was $1 something. I was like, holy hell. I think our stamps are 34 cents or something. She's like, how many would you like? I was like, none. Just give me a book of stamps. And I got lucky. But yeah, I don't know, bro. That's why I said, meet me at the bridge. It won't cost nothing. Except your gas to drive over here and then drive back. Because they say, because I don't want to be the one that drives over there and they say, is there anything you need to declare coming into this country? And I say, nope. And they say, pull over to the side. And I pull over and they're like, what is all this? I'll be like, so. Yeah, they did that to me when I was younger. I used to do stupid stuff like drive on a suspended license. And I went to Canada with my buddies and leaving Detroit. Detroit don't care if you leave. They don't want you here anyways. So they're like, oh, leave? Yeah, hey, go ahead. Want to go to Canada? Huh, go ahead. Is when I went to come back. I came back through the tunnel. And, I caught hell because I didn't have my license. They took my car apart. I had a 1980 Monte Carlo. They went through it, did everything. It came back, said, okay, you're all set. Go ahead and leave. You got to put your stuff together. You know, they were like pulling my seats apart, pulled the back seat out. And I was like, what the heck is going on? But it was how, you know, it was more or less them saying, don't come back here driving with that. They didn't even give me a ticket. They said, don't, you know, it's more or less, don't come back here driving on a suspended license again because it'll be worse next time. But no ticket at all. They just tore my car. I mean, they didn't destroy my car. They just like pulled the back seat out, you know, because the bottom pops in. They pull it out, put it on the ground outside, and open the trunk and take your spare tire out, put it on the ground, all this stuff. And they're like, all right, go ahead, put your car back together. See you later. We didn't find anything. Brian bought the mulberry leaf powder. Redfish, bluefish, if you snort it, that's on you, dude. I don't know nothing about it. Is it only mulberry? It makes them move around for sure. Not sure if they're eating it or if it just makes them active. No, it's just mulberry. Yeah, and uh, it's just wait. I mean, feed them. Wait till my my trees are all budding. Wait till the leaves are on there. Wait till I send you some leaves. You'll have, well, if you had a pack tank, I mean, they'll sit on a leaf all day until it's just down to to the veins, and then you just have the veins. You'll like put leaves in there, boil them, drop them in there, and then the next morning you wake up and there'll just be a vein in there because they ate all the leaves. That's what I'm saying. They're like, I don't know what's in it. And the weird thing is when I first found out about it, everyone talked about white mulberry leaves. I never heard anybody talk about a black mulberry leaf. And when I really started to get into, the shrimp, I was sitting here one day going, wait a minute, mulberry leaf, mulberry leaf, mulberry leaf. I'm like, man, I got a freaking mulberry leaf on my front lawn, or a mulberry tree on my front lawn. So that's why, like, I have a picture on here. I think it's my starting soon photo. It's my house, the front of my house with the American flag, and right there is my mulberry leaf, or my mulberry tree, because that was something that I posted to show people, hey, look, I'm not like on a farm or anything where anything gets sprayed. My leaves are perfectly clean. There's no, I own the tree. It's on my property. It's nothing's getting sprayed on it. And I just wanted to show how pretty the tree was and how green the leaves were and stuff like that. So I was like, man, I wonder if there's a difference. And I put them in my tanks and they ravished them. Now around the corner, I have actually one on my front lawn. It's about 12 foot high. I mean, it looks like a bonsai tree. The branches hang all the way down, kind of like a weeping willow. I can't believe it. And then I have one on the side of my house, probably 10 feet from the first one. And then I have one all the way in the backyard, right on the border of my property and my neighbor's property behind me. So I have 3 trees I can pick from. But if I go down and around the block, take my dogs over there, me and the wife and the kid goes over there, there's, probably 70, 80 foot white mulberry trees over there. Like I said, it just never dawned on me that, oh my gosh, all these I'm surrounded by all these mulberry trees. But I just never brought myself to like going around the corner and like knocking on the door and saying, hey, can I pick up all these dried leaves on your front porch, which, are on your front lawn, which isn't a bad idea because of, how well the food, or how well the leaf acts as a food. I am looking for a photo. A photo of what? Fish Tropic. Well, I have to come see you, Brian. Yeah, that's fine. You come see me, dude. I allow Canadians in my house, eh? Yeah. But I'm like 25 minutes from the bridge, but it's all, I mean, if you really were going to come, it's all expressway. So from the bridge, all you got to do is get on the expressway and drive the expressway straight to my house. So that way it'd probably take you 20 minutes. So it's no side streets, no nothing. All you do is take it to my main road outside, turn, go north, 2 miles, and I'm right there. So I'm not like turn here, drive 8 miles, turn here, quarter mile, go left, at the fence, go right, and at the dead goose. No, I'm nothing like that. Barbecue at Brian's May 24th. Yeah, I'm looking for a photo. A photo of what, Streetwise? I'm looking for a photo too. Nice King Kongs, my friend. Thank you, JN Aquarium. Hey, that is my JN Aquarium live stream, buddy. All right. See, I got Canadian power up in this bad mojo. I get them from both sides of the river. Yeah, score on the mulberry tree for sure, dude. I mean, it's the and then my buddies, I have this Asian friend that deals in shrimp too, and he's like, dude, get as many as you can, pack plastic bag, dry them out, fill trash bags full of them. And he's like, you'll have food all winter long. You don't have to buy nobody's food, just feed them mulberry leaves. I was like, okay. So, of course, I make my powder, and this thing that's half full right now, still half full. I got a whole brand new one in the freezer. I've been freezing it since last summer. So it's fresh. So I have so much food right now to sell. I got tons of it. But it's like no matter no matter how much I sell it, I mean, I made a lot of it. I couldn't even tell you how many leaves it takes to fill one of these big plastic containers up or how many hours it took to fill it. But I enjoyed it and it works incredible. I feed it to my guppies. Guppies love it. Um, shrimp love it. Now I don't know about like anything bigger it wouldn't be so good because they want bigger food, but little guppies and stuff and any babies and all that stuff. Like I can start feeding it here soon to these super red Severn babies I got. Once they're to the age that they can start eating like frozen brine. Because right now I'm feeding them first bites. It's like really powdery. But yeah, they. It's just I don't know. It's a really responsive food. They respond very well to it. It's surprising. Just learning about gorilla urban leaf pilfering. I'm telling you, bro, if I was a gorilla, I'd climb to the top of some of those trees and strip all the leaves and drop them down in big old baggies to everybody. Oh, nice. I'll bring Keith with me. Yeah, all right. Yeah, hey, I don't care. Load up the car. Yeah, hey, like um, yeah, Jan is coming too. That's cool. Do you have any beer over 4? Yeah, I have lager in my. I mean, I don't know if you ever drank it, but it's a clear lager. But yeah, it's 5%. We don't have what's that stuff? I used to know somebody. I'd go over there and get beer all the time. It was what is that? Heineken? Is it Heineken? Or no? It's a green bottle beer. I don't think it's Heineken. But whatever, they go over there and get the beer because they said it was cheaper. But it had a bite to it. I was always like a Bud Light guy. I don't know. I didn't like anything with a big bite to it. I won't chance it. I will just bring my own beer. Yeah, it's probably best. Tell the truth, Brian. You live inside a giant novelty shoe in some mad woman's backyard. Now you're making me sound like Jim Carrey or something, living in that big bubble. I think that I have a real life, but actually it's just a TV show. That's funny. Out of the blue aquariums went by Shrimp Fever today. Thanks for stopping by. Let's roll. Sorry, I didn't see you when you got in here. Fish Tropic has a tendency of making me laugh too much, and I missed some of the comments. Sand Creek Aquatics, what's happening? Trying to figure out where my shrimp are that were supposed to arrive today. Who was getting shrimp today? What were you getting shrimp overnighted? Oh, you had shrimp coming from somewhere else. Well, you better punch in that tracking number, call somebody and threaten them. Yes, I also have crack sacks for sale. Yes, I do. Yeah. Did someone say leaves and baggies? Yes, please. Yeah. Nick the Dick, what's happening? Thanks for showing up. Rolling Rock. Little Kings. Yo, red fish, blue fish. El Tropico. Yes, the crack sacks. It's just so funny because, being in Detroit, did my limestone link not work? No. I don't think you can put anything up in here streetwise. Only a moderator, I think, can do it. Ever since I was a kid, hold on, I'll show you. Oh yeah, here's one here. Ever since ever since I was a kid, I'm sure they do it in other states and countries and stuff, but ever since I was a kid, the cops would pull somebody over, and if they'd have drugs on them or they'd get a drug dealer, they'd always hold that bag up and flick it with their finger like they're trying to shake it down. They'd be like, Sarge, got some crack sacks over here. Got sacks of crack. Be like, oh, book them. So that's kind of where it all came from. Ever since we were kids, you always see these little bags. Like you go garage sales and people put them in, like sell their jewelry in it and stuff, their little homemade jewelry. And we'd always ask them, why do you sell your jewelry in crack sacks? And, they look at us and be like, what? And like they didn't even know where the crack sack thing came from. But so I don't know. I didn't want to go, yeah, I put it in little baggies. I mean, it sounds kind of dumb. So the crack sack thing kind of just took off. So, yep, sacks of crack. Crack sacks. I'm going to have to try some of them crack sacks. I'm telling you, they're good, Chubbs. Hey, shoot, Chubbs. Hook me up, I'll hook you up, brah. Keith, got any used air pumps? Is weed legal in Michigan? Yes. Yeah. 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 It is not federally, but it is legal, yeah. I mean, they have all the stores, the medical stores you can go to. Go in there and buy whatever you want. I heard you don't need a card anymore. Before you had to have the card. Now, I guess you don't need a card anymore. So that's what I heard. But like I said, I don't go in them. I need to because I kind of need like well, it's really weird. I keep looking over to the corner of the screen where my picture's at, and my eyes are like crooked in the thing, so I'm trying to see if I put it somewhere else. But now, if I look over there, I won't be kind of looking straight either, so it'll do. Screw it. But yeah, you can go to the shops here. They sell all in the shops, you know. But that I don't know if you guys ever use that, like the balm or the lotion that I call it. I have arthritis in my hands from powerlifting for so many years and then being a carpenter. Holding on to that hammer some days. You're beating on steel. For like 8 hours. And so your hands swell up. Man, I put that stuff on my knuckles one day. It felt like somebody cut my hands off and gave me brand new hands. No, all the swelling was gone, and I mean, I couldn't believe it. So I've been trying to get the stuff since, and uh, with no ado. But like the CBD oil and stuff, I tried that for my back pain. That was garbage. That I don't know. People laugh at me for doing that, but we quit smoking, so I don't want to smoke anything. Plus, I get dropped, at work for drugs, so I can't do anything. So I'm a Motrin guy, and when the whatever pain relievers the doctor gives me that are prescription. Out of the blue, diaphragm doesn't seem to be working. Could get the sponge filter to work. It's pushing air though. Couldn't get the sponge filter to work. Your diaphragm's probably torn. The rubber piece is probably torn. Um, I don't know how many I've taken apart. You can feel a little air, but it won't do anything. When you take it apart, it's the rubber boot on there where it's connected with the screw. It's usually torn around there. It's torn around the cup where it goes over the plastic. But usually that rubber boot is shot. And I've tried to seal it, glue it with like a malleable glue, something that doesn't dry rock hard so it wouldn't crack. And it just didn't take, it just moves way too fast. The friction's way too fast for anything to hold it. I don't know if you're like to try to melt it together, if that would work, possibly, but I don't know if it would dry too hard. I don't know. But I've tried to fix a couple of them and it kind of made it worse. So they don't repair well, but I don't know if you could get, replacement parts. But I know a lot of pet stores around here, they sell used equipment, and it's always air pumps, and some of the the air pumps last 10 years, the smaller ones. But people, I don't know, they'll pay $30-$40 for an air pump, bring it to a pet store, and they give them $4 or something for it, and they're like, okay, or $2, and then they sell it for 10. What do we got? Oops. Oops. Sweet. Thank you, Monica. Um, I sent the backyard limestone photo via email. You emailed it to me? Well, I won't be able to get it yet, Streetwise. I'm sorry. My phone is my camera. Oh, crap. I better plug that sucker in or it's going to die and I'll be screwed. Remember what happened every other day this week? Really? Well, hopefully that works. I don't know. I've been having a problem with my phone. My buddy's having the same problem with his phone, the Samsungs. You plug it in to charge and it says use the charger that came with the phone. Well, no shit. What do you think I'm using? But then I found a thing in there yesterday when I YouTubed it, and somebody showed you how to fix it, and I did it and it worked. And now I plugged it in this plug down here and it's saying use the original charger. So I don't know if it'll charge or if it's gonna die or what. But boy, Lamb Shrimp, they made short work of that yummy gum. That stuff just disappeared. VT has no market, just home and medical. Oh wow, Brian middle top picture. Thank you. Wasn't sure because it's state to state, I believe. Yeah, I think it is right now, state to state, Janet. But here, oh yeah, if any place is legal to smoke marijuana, it's man, my neighbors, I'll go outside and it's just I go outside and it's just holy hell. You guys taking the trash out or something or what? Where's the new shop? Not talking to me, right? I don't have a shop. Out of the blue aquariums, dozen baby albino bristlenose and some angels tomorrow. Just got home, was redoing my tank at the shop. Oh, at the shop, buddy gave me a ton of trimmings. Yeah, trimmings are nice. To propagate. I remember when I started with plants, boy, was it expensive. And then you just don't really realize how much you spend on plants, mosses, everything over time when you're just, spending money. Buy a little here, buy a little there, buy a little here, buy a little there. It's like yesterday I went and cleaned out Luke's tank a little bit, got all those runners out from the Java fern, the straight ones that go up. And I brought them down here and threw them in the Super Red Severum tank just as floaters, to give them a little place to, feel safe that there's plants above them and stuff. Plus they're covered with bacteria. That's what I always did when, before I got my live bacteria, when I needed to speed up a tank, I put, 15 plants in there, clippings, cuttings. It looked like somebody tore their garden out, their rose bushes or something. I'd have so much in, but I'd never lose a shrimp. And, you know, by the time the tank was good, ready to go, I'm pulling the plants out to put it in another one. So that's how I always used to transfer my beneficial bacteria better. Or I should say, transfer it so I could set my tanks up faster. You need some weed cookies. You won't know you have hands. There's some carpenters I work with that bring those to work, and they always ask me, "Hey, you want a cookie?" I'm like, "I only like chocolate chip," and they're like, "Oh, you'll like these?" And I'm like, "But there's no chocolate in them." And they're like, "Brian, you'll like these." I'm like, "Oh," but I never like. They'll be like, "I'll be back," and they never come back because they like hoard the stuff. But they eat those things like they're going out of style. Red fish, blue fish, torn diaphragm. Yeah, ooh, those are the worst. Hate it. Hate it when and here's the other thing, when something, with me anyways, if I have too much look, it looks like that shrimp was smoking. There was so much stuff puffing away from his mouth. Look, it looks like he's smoking. Oh, he's gone. He's got a buzz. He's out. But oh wow, he just backed up right into there. You see that? But there's been so many times like I get rid of stuff, get rid of all my extra stuff and everything, and next thing you know, you need it. Like all my extra lights, I get rid of all these lights that are new. So this time I was like, yeah, I'm not getting rid of anything. So now that's how I'm able to cover all these tanks over here. I only sold one light, and I wish I didn't. I actually just got paid for it the other day. It's been like 2 months. I had to go flex up on him to give me my money, and he gave it to me. Cheaper too, doing the basement digs. Oh yeah, I love doing the basement digs because it's like, I mean, it's my house. I'm doing it up to look commercial. We're painting the brick, running conduit, all brand new conduit. You know, doing the PVC airlines. Everything looks really businessy. Like you're going into like a warehouse type deal. And because I don't want it so basementy look. I don't want that look. I was gonna paint the ceiling, but it was I have all these tanks down here, and I was just worried that even if I cover them with plastic, that the fumes can get underneath there and kill my shrimp. And uh, it was more important to me to save the lives of my shrimp than to paint the ceiling. But I mean, I could care less because I live with it just fine. It's brown. I think it looks just fine. It looks really good. So whatever we put for a flooring, it'll probably do something that'll work with the color of the ceiling. So the flooring probably be maybe some sort of brown, or like a darker brown, or who knows, but something that'll work with the ceiling. And then like the doors, I want to put like 6 panel door here because it's the only door now. Once I rip out that stuff over there, I'm ripping out, gutting out all that over there in the corner. You guys can't see, but I'm just building shelving areas over there for my wife to put stuff. I mean, it's the storage area, but it's the wood, and um, this the house ain't brand new, so all this wood that they built in here and everything, it all has, it's old and it's been soaking up moisture for what 50, 60 years, and so you get it all out, and the whole, and you're able, when I rip the ceiling tiles down, you can vacuum out all the dust and everything that you can't get to unless you rip it out and start from scratch. So that's what makes this area, our store area, look so cool, at least to us, because it's so clean. It's just, the floor's not done yet. So, like, when I go to do videos and stuff, I cover the phone because it's just, it's not like I feel bad about it, but things aren't done. And I don't want to go, oh, here's what the concrete floor looks like when you chip up floor tile. This is what the black glue looked like back, 60 years ago. It's just so uh, I just show snippets so everyone, when it's finally done, will be able to see. But when you're working on this much of a, uh, amount of money, you do a little here, little there, little here, little there. That's why I haven't built this yet, and excuse me, there's a couple other things that need to get done first. So I mean, financially, not bills or not, but uh, you know, everything's getting done when it's supposed to be done. How you like that? Gemco all the way. Gemco. I know. I've heard of Gemco. All right. I think I'm way behind. So let's hit that refresh. Oh, Leah Jet's in here. Hey, Leah Jet. Thank you for showing up. You've probably been in here for 20 minutes and I didn't know. Yep. Look at your name. It's way down there. Blah, blah, blah. Gonna watch once Ellie is done eating. You used to be able to click on names in chat. Oh, really? I've never wanted to click on anybody's name when I was in somebody else's chat. Out of the blue. So you gotta leave the chat. I was wondering. I'll get you back, bud. Hello, Monica, Fish Tropic, Brian, and everyone. Leah Jet. Here we go with another one of our cross the lake people over in Canada. I think you're in the BK. Give us a tour of the fish room, Brian. Really? Well, it'd be really small out of the blue aquariums because I don't have a fish room. Maybe that's how I can get away with that. Leo Jet. How's the tank, Monica? All sorted and disaster averted? Homeowner dreams. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love being a homeowner. Yeah, it's like the biggest thing. I even bought this house before we even got married. My father-in-law said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean, what am I doing?" He said, "What are you doing?" I said, look, I'd rather buy a house than spend 10 grand on a wedding and then tell my family I can't buy a house yet because we spent $10,000 on a wedding. I mean, it sounds simple to me. So we bought the house, and then my wife, she took a whole year collecting all the stuff, doing all the homework, buying everything, storing it all, everything. And we had a big, huge wedding here. And her sisters all showed up from Wisconsin and everywhere. And they said, we never thought that it would have been like this. We thought it was going to be like a backyard barbecue. But I mean, we had those big, huge professional tents, and I did the driveway, redid the driveway, and at night the whole driveway was a big, massive dance floor. You know, it was all black asphalt, and it was sweet. The whole backyard was lit up like it was I don't know, like fairyland. You know, like, and it was outside, so you weren't inside. People could smoke. Had bonfires going. You know, it was just a big, huge thing. You know, you weren't stuck inside. You know, worrying about going outside. It was really nice. Detroit Equity Shrimp. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hey, you know, hopefully one day, you know, hopefully one day that my shrimp are so high in, you know, um, quality wise, you know, because we do look, you know, just because I breed and sell shrimp here, I don't breed not cull and all that. It's you know, as we go and as things go on, you know, I mean, I haven't been doing this long. I haven't been doing this 20 years. I've only been doing it 2.5 years. So it's like as time goes and my breed of shrimp get better and better and better. And, you know, that I'm able to like make this and make this. And, you know, then, you know, maybe, you know, prices will be different. And who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to pay my house off, you know. As a renter, I max at 20 gallon to move. You max what? The biggest tank you'll get is 20 gallons? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And the thing is it doesn't matter what you do streetwise. The smaller the tanks if you're a renter, the better. I mean, if you want to get one big tank, but I don't know if I'd really pack it full, but shrimp are easy to move. Uh, you know, it's just like let's say you know you're moving in 4 days, start pulling your shrimp and put them in containers, you know, with air and all that, and then you can drain down the tanks or take them where they're going and reset them up, and they could be over there. That you can put the shrimp in them, you know what I'm saying, and then bring everything after. But shrimp are pretty easy to move because you don't have to have big, huge coolers and you know all this and that. Like when I moved my 120 around the corner over here onto the tile work that I did, where we decide we're going to leave it forever until it breaks. I had to get one of those massive coolers, and then you put tons of plants in it because the fish are really scared because they're like, "What the hell is going on?" You know, it's like getting out of a sauna room. You know, you get out of a sauna and you're freezing cold, then you're put back in the water. You know, it's like so. But shrimp, it's easy. Get the shrimp out and you know be careful with them, and then transfer your stuff. You're good to go. I liked your frag tank video. I saw it today. I love frag tanks. There's a guy selling one. I'd love to get a frag tank for my main shrimp tank, but they're expensive. This guy wants, I don't know, $350 for a 35 gallon. Not saying it's not worth it, but it's just not for me. My biggest tank is 125 gallon. Yeah, mine's 120, but I need a long. I want to get rid of my 4x2x2. I want a long tank. I have 10 tanks, 65 gallons. You have 10 65-gallon tanks? Don't know much about salt, but I was dying with the names of the frags. I thought you were making up names for them. Jimmy No Knuckles, Joey Bag of Donuts, Jimmy Three Chins, Frankie Two Toes. I've had to dive a 1,500-gallon display tank. People name them like that so they could charge more. Got to be thousands of varieties. I'm getting a frag tank, 100-gallon, only $100. Wow, that'd be sweet. Yeah, oh wow, a 6-foot long low boy. Wow, that'd be super cool. Yeah, it's just my Severums and my Archers and everything are getting big. Now it's not. I mean, the tank is 120 gallons, but it's not. They can't like stretch out. And swim. That's why when I had arowanas, I was like, man, this sucks. I can only keep them for so long. But I had a guy the other day. The other day, he's had a 300 and a 180 he was taking down in his house when I was at the pet store taking the shrimp up there to sell. And my buddy's like, there you go. He's got a 180. And the guy's like, no, I'm keeping that. I'm selling the 300. I started laughing. I was like, yeah, I don't think so. I'm not carrying a 300-gallon tank down my stairs. And no, that's a bathtub. No, because by the time I'm ready to get rid of it, I'll be too old to carry it upstairs. And nah. Nick the Dick looked for a zoomed frag tank. Zoomed, yeah, and they are the only ones who basically make good ones. Just an opinion, though. Yeah, the Zoomed, yeah, those are the ones that make the animal ones. Because my buddy sells them at his store, the 4-foot by 2-foot by 10 inches or 12 inches. He's got those tanks. I saw a 30-gallon low boy down in the Bay Area and absolutely fell in love. Never seen one. They wanted $149 for it, so I bounced. I have people tell me all the time you can't get tanks at cost, and I tell them you don't know who I know. Right. Hey, there's, you just never know. I always say right time, right place, because there's always that person. Where do you get them? There's always that person that just gets so fed up because he puts so much money into it. He's just like, forget it, because everything died and he wants to get rid of it. Or he just met his new lady and she's moving in or he's moving in her place. Yeah, and the tank is a no bueno. So they got to get rid of it quick. So those are ways. But here in Detroit, tanks are dime a dozen. It's just you go on Facebook Marketplace here and hit fish tank. They're 30-gallon longs, all sorts of stuff. That's what I want to get. I'm thinking of getting for the prawns. But yeah, Nick's got a guy. I'd say the same thing, Nick. I'd say the same thing, but I'd tell you for 50. Give me a 50, I'd tell you. The blue water, always wanted to do that. Streetwise, the tidal reef tank. That was me, fed up one. Yep. Mangroves, macroalgae, and anemones. Streetwise, out of the blue aquariums, tide pools are so cool. Yep. My fish store guy gets me my deals. Local only, though. Yeah, my fish guy, the guy who brings his tanks in, he can actually, because he tells me all the time, because I told him, I say, it'd be cool as if I could get 10 gallons cut in half. I don't need a 10-gallon going all the way up. Give them to me cut in half. And he said, well, if you want them, I could tell him he can cut them all in half. And I thought, wow, that'd be cool because, I don't need the height for shrimp. Shrimp, graze, they go up the glass a little bit. But, if I could cut a 10-gallon in half, then I could put more shelves and I could add more tanks. See? Then they would all be then they'd all be 10-gallon frag tanks, and then you could get 2 tanks out of one. Just put a top, bottom, cut it all the way around, blammo. But I always thought that that'd be best for shrimps. Half of a 10, cut it in half with the same footprint because it's long. Gives them plenty of room to graze, and only halfway, and then I could double. Instead of having 3 shelves, I could have 6 shelves. So instead of 30 tanks right here, I could have 60 if I cut them all in half. Then I wouldn't have to worry about putting any more shelves on the walls. For my Planet tanks, I mostly run 1.5 to 7.5 gallon with one 16-gallon and one 20-gallon. I got a 50-gallon, but it's not a frag tank. My next one will be. Even at wholesale prices, tanks are pricey. Glass from China isn't cheap anymore. Nah. Yeah, tanks are expensive. That's why, it's I go in my fish store over here, and these guys got tanks that don't even have silicone in the corners anymore. And I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, what? It's not falling apart. They're like, that silicone's strong. And I'm like, but that's what I do. If I back a bit later, if you're still going, thanks for the stream, Brian. Hey, thanks, Dan. Thanks for showing up, bud. If the only thing I do is when I look for a tank, I just make sure when I go to, if it's something that I'm interested in, that the silicone in the corners aren't chewed up. Because if silicone in the corners are chewed up, it could tell you 2 things. That the tank is really old. Well, it could tell you 3 things. The tank is really old. They clean the glass and cut into the silicone with whatever they're scraping the glass with, which could be a razor knife, anything, or a razor blade, anything, and they could be damaging it, which in turn could, cause it to leak. Or it could have been a tank for an animal, because people keep mice and rats and all that stuff, or even lizards and stuff, and they dig at the corners trying to get out, and it could tear it up too, like that. But that's another thing is I don't ever advise anybody to get a tank that someone used for an animal that they ran a heat lamp on, because it could shrink the silicone up. It could ruin it. To where it could enable it to leak at some point in time due to the fact that there was so much intense heat in it. I'm not saying I know it would, but I stay away from those tanks. So if I go to somebody's house, I don't care how old it is. Shoot, my tank over here is from 1960, and I bought it because the silicone was all real nice. But before I filled it up, I rinsed it out, and I looked between the glass and the slate on the bottom, and there's little pebbles, from, clown puke, gravel from the, since 1960. So I carefully popped it all out with like, I don't know, little pick, popped every piece out, and I re-siliconed the tank over the black tar glue that they used from 1960. Just to fill all those little seams that I don't want more stuff going into. And shoot, I've had that tank up for 2 years, almost 2 years, and beautiful. There's actually one on there for sale right now, but it's a 10-gallon. The one I got's a 15-gallon, so the footprint's not same. It's only 20 inches long. Mine's 24. Same footprint as a 15-gallon, 24 inches long. 10 tanks, that's pretty good streetwise. Yeah. The metal frame tank, it's I'm sold on them. I look every day to find one more so I can have, cuz it's on a stand, and below it I have a regular 15. Cuz it's made for 15-gallon tanks. I want to get one more and put it below it so I have a double, of the silver. But I'm telling you, they're nice, man. Even if you want to go bare bottom, it's sweet because it's slate. So you go bare bottom and you run a light in there. If it's over another tank, no light will go through because it's slate. You don't have to worry about painting it or anything like that. It's badass. It's nice. I like it a lot. Like I said, I resiliconed it, and you can't tell because the metal is on all corners, all the way around the top, and then the bottom. And the silicone, of course, is clear, but the background everywhere it's dark and black, and so you can't even see that I resiliconed it. I did it really nice, and all I did was support what's already there, so. But yeah, they're nice. $10-gallon, 10 that would fit in one big hobby tank. Yup. Nick says I have 25 salt, 2.5 salt, oh, 50 salt, 75 cyclic community, and a Pleco 20-gallon. I tore down my 10 for a new project and took my old Marinelands off the 75. Dean from Co-op uses slate bottom for new breeding tanks. Yeah, but is it that he's just laying it in there though, right? Because they take tile, because you can put tile instead of putting a substrate. Real, tile that you tile your house with. I mean, you can do with anything, marble, anything. But yeah, probably what he's doing is just cutting slate and putting it down there, which is just as cool. I mean, if you think about it, don't seal it, just set it down there. But for that look. But the bad thing is, um, any crap that goes in between the slate and the bottom, you're gonna see it unless you blow it out somehow. But if you have, I would think if you have a filter strong enough, hopefully it would circulate. But I don't know, maybe you just have to lift it up, every 4 or 5 months, lift it up, let the water just rush, blow it out, and you'll be good. Oh, you took the Marinelands off because you got that, yeah, the canisters are nice. Should have left them Marinelands on there a little longer though, until that canister got all gooped up and full of beneficial bacteria. Because now your tank's gonna suffer because there's nothing to put it back in there. Out of the Blue Aquariums, thank you for stopping by. Yes, we will see you next time. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Yes, new tanks, not the classic tanks. Yeah, I didn't want reflection for fish fees. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like Dean. Dean reminds me of an Amish person. You know, he can raise fish in a wooden box. He's doesn't need electricity. His net would be uh, uh leaves from a tree. You know, just stuff like that. His scraper would be a shaved down piece of wood. To handle it, all be handcrafted. You know, he's a quiet guy. That little smile to him, that little that little grin, Not my style, but he is doing breeding water changes. Well, I think if you saw it streetwise, I think if you saw it like my tank has, where the slate is the bottom, I think your opinion of it might change because I could see how you look at it and go, oh, the separation, then like poop can get in between there, food, I totally understand. It looked like hell. Well, mine doesn't have that. The bottom of the tank is the slate, you know, so if you saw it, you may change your mind. Maybe. 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 But all right, everybody. It's we're at just shy of 2 hours. We're down to 7 viewers. It is 10:17. It seems like everyone's going to relax and going to bed. So I think I'm going to get to some water changes and go hang out with the Munchkin upstairs for a little while because we did a bunch of yard work and all that stuff today. So maybe go play some games with them or something and then come back tomorrow and maybe do a really long one after everybody gets a nap and get some sleep in. So thank you everyone for showing up tonight. I really appreciate it. It was really great seeing everybody here tonight. Good night, Aqua Designs, Monica. Thanks everybody for showing up. Dark deposit. Oh, Priscilla, I didn't see it chewed up in dark deposits. There was copper in it for a while. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Priscilla, for that. I am very sorry that I did not read your thing, but I did read the other one with the wholesale prices. Please keep an eye out for your stuff Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully, your stuff lands tomorrow, Priscilla. I can't wait to hear your smiles come through the microphone. So, thank you so much, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Please tell everybody, bring some snacks and whatever you want to drink because maybe we can get a long one go. Not judging you, our dean. I am just more boring in my tanks. No. I know Streetwise. No, I was just saying, maybe if you saw it, I understand. Some things are, it's kind of like vegetables. Some people like them, some people don't, you know. But I got you, brother. I got you. All right, Streetwise. Have a great night. Everybody have a good night. Thank you so much for showing up. And peace. Stay shrimpy. We will see you from the D.